Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. So as everyone knows, like we are in the seventh chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita is a conversation happened between Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Arjuna was put into a dilemma state. Okay, whether to fight or not. Because he was having a bodily attachment towards the family and friends who are surrounded. The war was about to begin, but at the time, like Arjuna has been put into the dilemma state so that the Bhagavad Gita can be taught by Krishna to Arjuna. So it is not only for Arjuna; it is for every one of us. How to lead our life, how to live our life, how to live in this material world. That is the whole purpose of this Bhagavad Gita. It is a song of the God. That is what Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, spoken for around 45 minutes, and it is comprised of 700 slokas and 18 chapters. It is directly spoken by the Lord, and this 18 chapters been further subdivided into three sections. First to sixth section, which is called Karma Yoga section of it. Then the middle sixth chapter is called the Crown Jewel, which is called Bhakti Yoga. The last sixth chapter is called Jnana Yoga. Okay. So what is the meaning of yoga? Can anyone say what is the meaning of yoga?
Prabhu, yoga means to control this.
To control?
Senses.
Yeah.
First and important thing
Is it okay controlling the senses alone? Is it fine, Mataji? Controlling the senses alone.
And to attach with the God.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that is very important. Controlling the senses alone is not the yoga.
Controlling senses for what purpose? For putting yourself.
Yeah.
Putting your brain and mind.
Yeah. So it is nothing but linking oneself to the Supreme. We are linking ourselves to the Supreme. That is the real meaning of yoga. Okay. So if we are linking ourselves towards Lord via our activity, then it is karma yoga. If we are linking ourselves with bhakti by doing like a bhakti towards the Lord, then it is bhakti yoga. If you are linking ourselves with our jnana, gyan or knowledge, then it is jnana yoga. If we are linking ourselves with the yama, niyama, asana, like a ashtanga yoga, then it is called ashtanga yoga. But the current in the current world, okay, everyone thinking, oh, yoga means just sitting in the meditative state and you do anything and everything. That is not the real meaning of yoga or real purpose of yoga. The yoga means we have to link oneself to the Supreme. That is what the real meaning of yoga. Okay, so that will come as like a karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, likewise everything. Okay. So the Karma Yoga, first six chapter, predominantly Krishna is talking about Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is how to.
Your voice is only coming to me breaking or to everyone. Or my internet is having the problem. Huh?
Is it okay for everyone or?
Yeah, it is dropping, Prabhu. Your voice is cracking. I mean, it's not coming.
No, cracking, Prabhu.
Okay. 1 second, Prabhu. Let me just see. Now is it better?
Yeah, once you will be in the continuous, then it will come across.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the Karma Yoga section of it predominantly it is about how to detach from this material world and do the work. Okay, that is what Karma Yoga section of it. But the Bhakti Yoga section of it, how to do the devotion. With the devotion, we are connecting to the Lord. So first six chapter predominantly talking, okay, we have to work and do the detachment, surrender the results to the Lord. That is what detachment, with the work. But the Bhakti Yoga section of it is talking predominantly how to do the with devotion, like how you are connecting to the Lord. So that is what we are seeing in the seventh chapter. So seventh chapter is very, very important, because if we want to love a person, we need to know how opulent they are, what are the characteristics of that person. So that is what we are learning, like a knowledge of the absolute. What is the meaning of absolute? What is the meaning of absolute?
Permanent, bro.
Everything in
Prabhu,
him, and he's everything.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Prabhu, complete.
So yeah, complete. Yeah,
Complete
correct.
sentence.
Yeah, complete. Like if I have 100 dirham, okay, if I give you 50 dirham to Sundar Prabhu, then I will have only 50, correct? But with Lord, if he gives like 100 dirham, it will be still 100 dirham, okay? There is nothing getting diminished, nothing getting reduced, like, okay, all the time he is full of opulence all the time, like that is the meaning of absolute. And there is no difference between his name, form, paraphernalia, as well as his pastimes. So if we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then it is equal to like a seeing the Lord face to face. That is a meaning of absolute. Okay, so we have to remember that the absolute meaning of it. Okay, so we are seeing the knowledge of the absolute. So we are just going to see the knowledge of the absolute. Then we can love the Lord in a better manner. Okay, we can dedicate our life towards to Him. Like, okay, so that is what we are seeing in this particular chapter. So till now Krishna is speaking and Arjuna is listening, correct? But still, when he is starting the seventh chapter, because he is going to talk about the Bhakti Yoga, he's saying in the first sloka, Tashruno, hear attentively. Okay, that is very important, because we have to know Krishna in full by hearing about him. Is it possible to understand Krishna in full? Is it possible or not?
No, Prabhu. No, Prabhu.
It is
No,
not
Prabhu.
possible, because Krishna having unlimited qualities, unlimited attributes, unlimited characteristics. Okay, it is impossible for us to understand Krishna in full. But is it possible only to know about like the important characteristics of the Lord? What are those knowledge? It is nothing but material as well as spiritual knowledge. That is what like a Lord is saying. You will understand the important characteristics of like the material and the spiritual knowledge. Why he created this material world, how he created the material world, all those things he is going to talk in this seventh and eighth chapter going forward. Okay, so he's saying like a hear attentively. That is very important, because tashruno, because he's going to talk about the important aspects of the bhakti yoga. Okay, then 7.4 to 12, he's saying knowing Krishna as the source of both material and spiritual energies. That is where we have seen like a bhumi rapo anala vayu kammano buddhi revacha. Okay, he is nothing but the panchaputa, where earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence, and ego, false ego. Okay, then the three modes are controlled by Krishna. Therefore, surrender. Why we need to surrender to Krishna? Because all the activities, whatever we are performing in this world, okay, it has been controlled by the three mode of material nature, either by the mode of goodness or mode of ignorance or mode of passion. So all these things are controlled by Krishna, but Krishna is not getting controlled by these three modes. Okay, that is very important aspect to understand. So we have to realize, okay, everything around, in and around me is Krishna's energy. So he told, okay, I am the sun. Okay, I am the light from the sun. Okay, I am the taste of the water. I am the surroundings, like air in the ether, strength of the strong. Okay, everything. He is everything. Only thing is, we need to put our consciousness. We need to guide our consciousness. Okay, this is Krishna. Whenever we are drinking water, how many times in a day we are remembering Krishna. It is just a very good testimony to practice from now onwards. How many times we are able to realize, okay, it is Krishna's energy. When we are drinking water, just think about, okay, Rasoham Apstu Kaunteya, because he is the taste of the water. Whenever we are seeing sun, the light and the heat is coming from Krishna. Okay, whenever we are seeing the moon, the coolness and the chillness like coming from Krishna. And whenever we are seeing like the air, oh, it is nothing but Krishna, because we know the importance of air when it is unavailable, correct? The oxygen, the importance of oxygen, like we could able to remember during the time of COVID, correct? How many person like were running around to get the oxygen cylinder, correct? So that is, we have to realize each and every day we have to think about it. Okay, of lights I am the radiant sun, of bodies of water like I am the ocean, and of season like I am the flower bringing spring. The season nothing but, okay, the heat, spring, and the some winter, all those things, like it is nothing but Krishna. Okay, then of letters I am the letter A, and among the beasts, like I am the lion. Among birds, like I am the Garuda. Of fishes, I am the shark. Of months, I am the Margashish month, which is going to come in the December, January time frame. Correct? So, likewise, Krishna is part and parcel in every aspect of it. Like I am the letter Om, correct? Every sound vibration, it is nothing but Krishna. Like a Om is present either directly or indirectly. So, anything and everything is like it belongs to Krishna, so that we have to understand. The fragments of earth, like when the water, the rainwater touches the earth, like we will get a fragrance, correct? That is nothing but coming from Krishna. Okay, the beauty, whatever you see in this world, the beauty, that is nothing but the representation of Krishna. The taste of water is Krishna. Okay, and the voice, whatever we are seeing, like the voice, the huh? Intelligence, like it is coming from Krishna. If we think, okay, I am intelligent, this task been completed by me, I am the owner of this task, and I am the proprietor of this task, like then we are nothing but fool, correct? Where he says, okay, I am the proprietor of everything. Where he said, like, okay, I am the proprietor. We recently concluded, okay, what is that sloka? Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka mageshwaram suhurdam sarvabhutanam nyatva mam santim richadi. Okay, Bhoktaram, he is a proprietor. He is not proprietor of, like, okay, only human beings. It is Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka mageshwaram. He is the proprietor of all Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. Okay, and he is the well-wisher of all the living beings. It is not only like a Krishna is the well-wisher of only the human beings. He is the well-wisher of all the living beings. That is what important things to understand. So if we talk about like a Krishna's energy, we can talk like because it is any particle you take in this material world, it is coming from Krishna. That we have to understand. We have to guide our mind every day to remember this, so that we will give our respect to Krishna, our devotion to Krishna will increase. Yeah. So then we will be able to remember Krishna all the circumstances. That is how we have to remember Krishna. Uh, any thoughts around it? Because this is very important. Like how we can remember Krishna all the time, and how we can increase our devotion by remembering Krishna. Anyone wants to add any point?
Yeah, most importantly, Prabhu, we cannot even control our second breath. The next breath is also not in our control.
Correct.
So everything, even the air, everything is uh, connecting from him.
Yeah, yeah, correct, Maji. Everything coming from Krishna. Okay, by remembering Krishna, it is possible to do more devotion. Okay, for that, remember how to remember Krishna. We need to understand how magnanimous Krishna is, how great, how glorious Krishna is. Krishna's name, form, paraphernalia, as well as his pastimes. We need to remember. Then we are done. We will be able to execute the devotion service in a better manner. That is what we have to do. Okay, that is the reason we are revising all these Krishna's energy, so that we can increase our devotion. The purpose has to be understood, before we do any activity. Why we are attending these classes? What is in it for me? Why I need to spend 1 hour to read about Bhagavad Gita? Why I need to remember Krishna? Because all these things are getting deposited in our spiritual account permanently, spiritual bank account permanently. In our next life, we will continue from where we left over. Unlike the bank account which we carry, it is HDFC or Emirates NBD. After we die, we can't even carry a single dirham or single rupee from along with us. But whatever we are doing in the devotional service, that we can carry forward along with our soul. Okay. नेहा विक्रमणासोस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Even if you do very little, swalpamapi asya dharmasya, that will be deposited and Krishna will give you that merit in a multitude way. It is a multiple ways. He will give the credit. Okay. So then we have seen 3 modes are controlled by Krishna. Then 15 to 19 we have seen the impious lack knowledge and never surrender to Krishna. 4 people who are not surrendering to Krishna. We have seen Muda, the foolish person, who will not surrender to Krishna. Okay, we have seen. Then which 4 will surrender to Krishna? That also we have seen. Artho Artharthi Jignashu, so who is the distrust, desire of wealth, inquisitive of knowledge, and distrust, desire of wealth, inquisitive of knowledge, and one more. Okay, 1 second, let me see. Distrust, desire of wealth, and one who wants to perform the jnani, the knowledge, they will be able to surrender to Krishna. So these are the things we have seen, 9 process of devotional service, and we are just doing the revision only, whatever we have seen till now. Tashrunu is very important. Then the 2 knowledges, phenomenal, which is nothing but jnanam, and the vijnanam is like a numinous knowledge. And this knowledge will be given only if you are either a devotee of the Lord or the friend of Lord, because this knowledge is very, very unique and a very precious knowledge. It will not be available. Though it is available, it will not be given to all the person. Only chosen by the Lord. The person who chosen by the Lord, for them only it would be available. So we are very, very fortunate to receive this knowledge, but at the same time, let us not waste this opportunity. By just receiving this knowledge and without doing anything, we waste our life, then we are nothing but a fools. Okay, so we have to use this knowledge, remember Krishna, and do the devotion service and pass this knowledge to others. That is very, very important, because in the 18th chapter, Krishna says, who is the dearmost? One who preaches this knowledge to others, who are my dearmost devotee. Okay, the 18th chapter. If then he will say, if they are unable to preach, at least let them study by themselves. Okay, then also they are dearmost. If they are unable to study, even if they are just hearing, then also they are the dearmost. That is how Krishna gives multiple choices for us. Okay, if you are unable to do, at least do this. If you are unable to do this, even at least do this particular thing, at least hear. Okay, that is how Krishna is so magnanimously giving us various options to remember about him, to preach to others. Okay, Hare Krishna. So this we have seen. These are the thing which we have seen, like Krishna's energy, which is one is a Parasakti, the other is Aparasakti. In the Aparasakti, like the material world, it comes Bahiranga, which is external, which is the material world, like Bhumi, Rampo, Nalavayu, all those 24 elements will come. In the spiritual, there is like Antaranga Sakti and Tatasa Sakti. In the Tatasa Sakti, where the Jiva comes, a marginal energy. If you are connecting to the soul, we will go to the internal energy. If you are connecting to the body, then we will connect to the external energy, the material world. In the Antaranga Sakti, like there is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means like eternal, Chit means knowledge, and the Hladini, like which is nothing but the pleasure potency of Lord, which is none other than Srimati Radharani. Where we celebrated like Srimati Radharani's appearance day last week. So Srimati Radharani is a pleasure-giving potency for the Lord, so which is being represented as a Hladini Shakti, which is like none other than Ananda. Okay, Satchit Ananda. Ananda, the bliss being given by Srimati Radharani to Krishna and to every of the devotee. Okay, so everything is like the product of Krishna. We have to understand, and everything. So Mata Parataram Jnanet Kinchit Asti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvam Idam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. This is very important thing, how the pearls are getting strung on the thread. The similar way, the material, spiritual, all those energies been, Krishna is like, combining all those things. Okay, he is the important personality in the whole combination of like the material and the spiritual energy. Everything comes from him. We have to understand, by remembering that, we will be always in a humble state of mood. Okay, otherwise we will say, oh, I am the owner of this house, I am the owner of this car, I am the owner of this work. Okay, I am the one who completed this successfully. Never ever like we have to think about that, because everything comes from Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna. In that sense, if we are able to lead our life, then we can exhibit the mode of humbleness in our daily life. Hare Krishna, very important thing. Krishna is the essence of cause of everything. This is what we have seen. Taste of water, light of sun and moon, om of Vedic mantra, sound of ether, ability of man. Then fragrance of earth, heat of fire, life of all living being, penance of aesthetics. Then he says like a original seed of all existence, intelligence of the intelligent, prowess of all powerful men, strength of the strong, regulated sex life of like a religious principle, dharma. So Krishna is the origin of modes, not within the modes, and therefore he is nirguna. But many atheists will say, okay, or impersonalists, they will say, okay, Krishna doesn't have this nirguna. They will understand Krishna doesn't have any guna. It is not like that. Okay, Krishna is apart from all these gunas. Okay, he is not being controlled by gunas. Nirguna means like a no characteristic, or no nothing affecting Krishna, no modes affecting Krishna. But many impersonalists will think, okay, oh, Krishna doesn't have a body, so he don't have any gunas. No, it is very, very wrong statement. Krishna is not controlled by this mode of material nature. That is what it is being said here. Okay, yeah, this we have seen, like who will surrender, who will not surrender. Mudas, Naradamas, like Ashuram Bhava Masritaka, Maya Prakrita Jnana. Grossly foolish person, lowest of mankind, knowledge is stolen by the illusion energy, and envious towards like a god or atheistic demons. They will not surrender to Krishna. Then who will surrender to Krishna? Like that we have seen. The distrust, desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and the jnani, like these four people will surrender to Krishna. So either distress means like I am in a very distressed position. I lost something and I am in the need of something. Like so, I will go to Lord and will pray. That is a very starting person of like the Krishna consciousness, starting level of Krishna consciousness. Then desire of wealth. Okay, I need something. I will do like a prayer to Lord, and I will get something, and I will give it to give something to Lord. Like that is kind of business only, but still like okay, Krishna accepts him also. At least he is coming to me. He's then the jnani like who wants to understand how this world is created, like how Krishna magnanimously like creating this world, and how he is the owner of all these characteristics, he will understand. Then inquisitive also, like one who wants to know what is our purpose of life, like okay, why I need to do the devotion service. All these inquisitive people also will be able to perform. So this we have seen all these things. Hmm.
King in a prison house, king in a belong.
Yeah.
The king is not controlled.
Yeah.
He's not controlled by the
Yeah.
the prison.
So the nirguna or the modes of modes of the three modes of the nature, how it is not controlling Krishna. We can see like the king is there. He he is the owner of the prison house, correct? Like he is the owner of that particular kingdom, and the prison house also belongs to him. Okay, but in reality it is belongs to Krishna only. But the king is not subjected to that particular prison house. Like just because he is the owner, he don't need to be like okay in the prison house all the time. He will be able to guide someone else, the prison the yeah, controlled by the rules, and like he just the owner of it, but he is not being controlled. He is not controlling like every day by going to the prison house. Like he will have various personality, like who will be able to uh, take that task. Okay, the similar manner Krishna, though Krishna is the proprietor of everything, but he have like all the agents or representatives like to do the work for each and every activity in this material world. Okay. So others who have no knowledge, like those who surrender to demigods, this is what we have seen 20 to 23, like we have seen surrender to demigods. Those whose intelligence is illusioned surrender but to demigods, getting their temporary rewards, like they will go to the planets of the demigods, but Krishna's devotee go to his eternal planets. Okay. So, uh, why we need to surrender to Krishna, like that we have seen in the last week, because Krishna is the possessor of everything. Okay, if you know the CEO of a company, you will not go and approach that CEO via the office boy or like a head of one department. No, you will go and directly approach Krishna, correct? Or the CEO. The similar manner, why we are praying to Krishna, because he is the supreme personality of Godhead, unlike like the 33 crore Devadas. Okay, Krishna, we have to approach him directly because he given the access. Why to waste that access? Why to not like use that access? That is very important. So we have to go at the same time. We shouldn't disrespect the demigods. Okay, this we have seen in the last week also on the occasion of like a Ganesh Chaturthi. So we have to go to the demigod. We can go to the demigod and we can pray. We have to pray as like okay, please give us the opportunity to surrender to Krishna, as how you are doing the service to Krishna, the similar manner, give us the opportunity to do the service. That is how we need to pray to the demigod. Unlike like okay, we please give me the wealth to the Lakshmi Devi, or please give me the education to the Saraswati Devi. We don't need to like specifically ask the temporary benefit from those demigods. We can ask the permanent benefit of like having the devotion towards Krishna. That is what we have to understand. Any doubt till now? This is what the revision till now. Like let us dive into the today's sloka. Hare Krishna. So the 7th chapter, 24th sloka, let's cover. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mama buddhayaha param bhavam ajananto mamavyam mamavyayam anuttamam. Unintelligent man, okay, who do not know me perfectly, think that I, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. Okay, imperishable means there is no diminish or like there is no end to Krishna's opulence, and it is supreme. What is the supreme meaning of supreme? What is
Topmost,
the
Prabhu.
meaning of supreme?
Topmost.
It could be the
Topmost,
best.
param brahma, param dhamma, pavitram paramam pavam. It is pure, it is supreme. Supreme means topmost. Beyond that, there is nothing existing. Okay, that is the reason we are calling. Why we are calling Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. It is supreme. Beyond Krishna, there is nothing existing like a greater than Krishna. There is a reason supreme personality. He is a person. He is not imperson. Many impersonalists will say, "Oh, Krishna is nirguna, like he don't have any qualities. He don't have any form." No, Krishna has that he is a person, like he can take many forms as he taken in many avatars, correct? So supreme personality of Godhead, he is not only God, he is not Bhagavan, he is Godhead, like out of all the demigods, like he is the head of all the demigods. Okay, he is the topmost, he is the Bhagavan that we have seen. Whom can be called as Bhagavan? Only who
Because it's
possesses all the six knowledge,
God.
six opulences. What are the opulences?
All powerful.
Yeah,
And
Forbes. We have gone through that, correct? FORBES. F means like a fame. O means opulence, and R means like a renunciation. B means
beauty.
beauty. E means education, which is knowledge. S means strength. Okay, one who possesses all these things like all the time in full quality and quantity, who only can be called as Bhagavan. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य वीर्यस्य यशशाश्रियः ज्ञानवैराग्य योशैव sannam bhaga idingana. Sannam bhaga, one who possesses all these things like a in full, they only can be called as Bhagavan. Someone who possesses like a great strength, they may not be beauty, they may not be having the beautiful uh, characteristics, or the personality. Someone who is beauty, but they don't have the strength. But Krishna is the only one who possesses all these qualities, all the six, FORBES, all the six in full all the time. Okay, I may be very strong in my earlier days, but when I get old, I may get weak. Okay, but Krishna is possessing all the six qualities all the time, full in capacity and exhibiting all the time. Renunciation. How great Krishna is. Okay, he is the possessor of everything, but he is ready to renunciate everything to become a chariot driver for his friend Arjuna. Can any one of us exhibit? Like, okay, if someone asks, can you please Hare Krishna. Yeah, Ajay, I will explain why we are calling Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, only Krishna can be called as supreme personality of Godhead. There is a reason behind it. Okay, let us see why Krishna can be called as supreme personality of Godhead. So it is FORBES. F, it is fame. O represents opulence. R represents renunciation.
Okay.
B represents a beauty.
Ah,
E represents education. This is easy to remember. For that reason only, like there is nowhere in the in any of the scripture like a phobes been mentioned. Okay, it is for our easy
No,
remembrance.
Prabhu,
Like
because in the journal life, many times, at times we come across with people, those who counter, So this gonna help us,
yeah. So
I'm
this is a
sure to
easy form of
everyone.
remembrance. Like okay, so if anyone asks, okay, where is a scriptural reference for phobes? Like where Krishna said in the phobes, like okay, yeah, as a phobe in the spiritual scripture, like okay, there is nowhere it is mentioned as a phobes. Okay, the other thing is there. Aishwaryasa Samagrasya Viryasya Yashashasriyaga. That sloka is there, okay, in the scripture. But to just easy remembrance for us, because we are Manda Sumanda, correct? Like in the Kali Yuga. For easy remembrance, like a one of the Prabhu told, okay, easy to remember is like a phobes. Then the six opulence of Krishna will be we can remember all the time. So what is this meaning of like a this six characteristics of Krishna? Okay, so let us see. Aishwar, yeah, Samagras. Yeah, see. Even 7.1 also it has been said. See here. We are in the 7th chapter only, correct? 7.1 also it has been said. Yeah. Yeah. See here. This said in the Vishnu Purana. Okay, this is a sloka I was quoting. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashashasriyaga Jnana Vairagi Yochaiva Sannam Baka Idinkana. Okay, Vishnu Purana 6.5.47. Who can be called as Bhagavan? Bhagavan, we can't call, okay, we always say Bhagavan Vishnu or Bhagavan Krishna. Can we say Bhagavan Shiva or Bhagavan Lakshmi or Bhagavan Vinayaka? We never say that, correct? Because we always say Bhagavan Vishnu or Bhagavan Krishna. Why? Because there is a definition of Bhagavan. Bhagavan can be called only for Krishna or Vishnu. Not that any rascal advertises himself like Bhagavan, okay, and he becomes Bhagavan. No, Parasara Muni, the father of Vyasadev, gave us what we mean by Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulence, and Van means one who possesses the opulence. Okay, that is the reason of Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulence, and Van means like a one who possesses that opulence. Just like what we have practical experience. Anyone who is very rich is attractive. He becomes attractive. Many men can go to him and for some favor. One who is very influential, he becomes very attractive. One who is very famous, he becomes attractive. One who is very learned, wise, he becomes attractive. One who is wise, he becomes attractive. And one who is in the renounced order of life. Renounced order of life means one who possesses everything but renounces. That is what Krishna does, okay, when he becomes the chariot driver for Arjuna. Does not use for his personal benefit. Just like a person who is very charitable disposed, he gives everything to the public, he is also very attractive. So Bhagavan means one who is in full possession of all these attractive features. That is what this Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasriyaga. He is Bhagavan, not any rascal loitering in the street and becomes Bhagavan. No, that is misleading. We do not know what is meant by the word Bhagavan. So if anyone asks tomorrow, okay, I am the great personality. Can we then we can ask, please exhibit all these six qualities in full all the time. Then I can accept you as a Bhagavan. No one can exhibit this except Krishna. Therefore, we accept any rascal as Bhagavan. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya, riches. There are many rich men in Bombay city, but nobody can claim that I am the possessor of all the riches, all the bank money or any money that is in Bombay, that is my money. Can anyone claim? No. Only Krishna claim. But Krishna can say Aishwaryasya Samagrasya. Samagrasya means like a riches, not paltry portion of it. Everything belongs to Krishna. Okay, this goes like this. Okay, so now can you are you able to understand this, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhu, I'm with you. Yes.
Yeah. So only in that manner, we can understand like only Krishna possesses all these things, and only Krishna can be called as Bhagavan. Any doubt? Because this is very, very basic, fundamental thing we have to understand. Then no one can shake our confidence and our what to say, our bhakti. No one can shake our bhakti. Yes, this is very, very important. These are the things which we covered in the foundational slides.
Yeah, Prabhu, very nicely you explained. And see, it like being into satsanga, it's easy for us, or maybe we have accepted, but at times when we come across with person who encounters, so these references really help. So thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maji. Yeah, thanks. So unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly, okay, think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. That is what? How Krishna is great. Just from a seed, he is creating this whole big tree, and from that big tree, like he is creating the seed, correct? It is impossible for us to understand like a Krishna great quality, correct? How great he is, how created the whole structure, correct? For example, the greatest camera can anyone see in this world is like our eyes, correct? Our eyes has the biggest what is the greatest pixel camera, because it can capture anything and everything. And the colors, how we are able to identify the colors, like a just ask the importance of like a eyes. When someone like a, if you are going to ask some blind person, ask the importance of the eyes, correct? That is how like we need to, our every body parts been designed to carry out specific duties. When we get sick, or like when some of our body parts are like having issues, at the time we will understand the importance of that body part, and like the greatness of Krishna, correct? Because how excellently like Krishna arranged everything. The air is there for us to breathe, correct? The ecosystem is there to get our food and like needs of our daily needs, correct? No, we are not going and struggling, okay, can I get the food for the afternoon, or like in the evening? Can I get the air? Will the air would be available, or like the sun and the light or heat would be available? It is routine, like when things are becoming routine, like we tend to forget who is providing all these things. That is what like we should avoid, and we should show our gratitude to Krishna, to the surroundings, like to our society, to the ecosystem. That is how we can be grateful to Krishna. Okay. So here he says impersonal. Earlier he says one who surrender to demigod, they will go to the demigod planet. Here impersonalist, like he is commenting about impersonalist. Impersonalist thinks that okay, Krishna is not having any form, and he is like okay, with their small knowledge, they do not know Krishna's higher nature and the supreme characteristics. The 725. नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजान जानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम्. Avyaya means inexhaustible, correct? So I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. Krishna says, I am never, I don't waste my time like to go and inform, okay, the foolish person. Oh, no, your assumption is wrong. I am the one who is the proprietor of everything. Krishna doesn't do that. Okay, I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, which is Satchit, correct? Sat means eternal, Chit means knowledge. That knowledge is covered for them, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. Krishna doesn't take birth, okay? He appears and disappears. There is a reason we are saying it is Krishna Jayanti, or it is Krishna Janmashtami. Even for the Jayanti can be called only for Krishna and Krishna's uh, avatars. Even Gandhi Jayanti we are calling, na, that is wrong, because Gandhi took a birth, and he died, and he passed away, and he left from this material world. But Krishna doesn't take birth, okay? He appears and disappears. There is a reason Jayanti can be called only for Krishna and his avatars. Okay, very important thing. So I am uncovered by my internal potency. For them, Krishna been uncovered by their internal potency. So we will cover these two slokas only, slides 24 and 25. These are things we have seen last time, like a demigod and demigod worshippers. So here, Krishna says, apart from the demigod worshipper, another class of men who surrender but improperly, or the impersonalist. Okay, impersonal Brahman, they don't see, okay, Krishna has a form. They will see, okay, I will pray anything and everything. Even the, what is that? Brahma Jyoti, correct? They will think, okay, Brahma Jyoti is the topmost form of the Lord, who doesn't have any form. No, Brahma Jyoti is a starting principle of the devotion service. The Brahma Jyoti is nothing but Krishna's whatever the sun and moon, correct? From that light, the shade is coming. That is what Brahma Jyoti. The real Krishna is beyond that. They will not understand. They will just get stuck in the Brahma Jyoti itself. Okay, their philosophy would be impersonal Brahman as supreme. Krishna's form and pastimes are temporary manifestations of Brahman, which in contact with the material. So they think of Krishna as ordinary human, son of Vasudeva and Devaki, or he don't have any power. They will think Krishna is just an ordinary person, but Brahma Jyoti is anything and everything. That is wrong. Lack of knowledge, because Krishna is imperishable and supreme. Krishna is unborn and infallible, and Krishna knows past and present and future of not only one living being. He knows past, present, and future of every living being. Can anyone of say, okay, we don't know what happened yesterday, correct? We hardly remember something, but Krishna knows what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, what will happen in the future for all the living entity. That is the magnanimous characteristics of Krishna. How many times we appreciate that? Krishna is beyond our imagination, beyond our comparison, beyond our capability to understand. But that Krishna is ready to appear in front of us in the form of Laddu Gopal, or in the form of Udupi Shri Krishna, or in the form of Radha Krishna, or a Radha Madhav, or Krishna Balram. But we ignore that form, and we say, oh, Krishna, okay, I am having very important work to do. Please wait, I will come later. I will think about you in during my fag end of life. When I get old, when I don't have any work, I will think about you. But at the time, we will not have the capacity to remember Krishna. So the devotional service has to be performed when the child is in the womb. Okay, who is saying that? Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Kaumaram Acharam. Okay, so when the kid is in the womb, at the time the devotional service has to be performed, because we don't know how much time we left in this life. Very, very important thing. We always think, okay, I will do the devotional service in my fag end of my life, okay, during the old age. Baba, we never know like when our old age is going to come. How much time we left in this life, we never know. No one knows. Okay, only Krishna knows. How much time we wasted, we know. How much time we left in this life, in this body, in this world, we never know. Only Krishna knows. Okay, so we wasted so much time. Let us not waste any more time, and we will we will execute the devotion service, and we will go back to the Lord. That is very important. Next sloka. Next. So okay. So that is what the this impersonalist like a they will not be able to think about Krishna in full. Um, and impersonalist or unintelligence, they do not know higher nature of Lord Krishna, which is imperishable and supreme. Okay, so how they will say, they will take understanding of Lord Krishna only by see, understanding of Lord Krishna can be done only by the devotion service, beginning with chanting, not by mental speculation or like a simply discussing the Vedic literature. No, we have to do the work. We have to chant and understand Krishna. Okay, yeah. Why impersonalists like unable to understand Krishna? Because they are not having any knowledge, because Krishna is not appearing in front of them, because he is covered by the knowledge, like okay, the impersonal sorry, internal potency of that knowledge, chit representation of it, he is getting covered. Okay, yeah, Krishna covered by the internal potency to the impersonalist. That is the reason they are unable to understand. Okay, yeah, come. So many will say, okay, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. So the Nirguna Brahman, Avyakta, devoid of form, like they will, this is a impersonalist claims, okay. They don't have the form. Krishna doesn't have the form. But in reality, it is Maya only, like a Krishna has a form. So Lord Krishna never manifests to the foolish and unintelligence, okay? Because they do not know Lord as unborn or infallible. Lord Krishna hides from foolish and unintelligence. Lord gets covered by his internal potency, the chit representation of it. Because internal potency, three things are there, correct? Sat, Chit, Ananda. We have seen recently. That Sat means eternal, Chit means knowledge, and Ananda means the Hladini Shakti. Correct? So qualification of understanding Lord Krishna, who can understand only by pure devotional service, and devotees can understand, like Pandavas, Bhishma, and a few others. Except devotees, all other consider himself as ordinary. That is foolish. Correct? How Krishna is not revealed? Because the Yogamaya curtain puts the curtain of Brahmajyoti, which is the covering of the internal potency. Therefore, the impersonalists cannot see Krishna. The Yogamaya cover their knowledge like a uh, to the fullest version, like okay, by understanding about Krishna. Yeah. So how the sun is covered by the cloud? Okay, but the sun is there all the time, correct? Sometime when the climate is like a winter or very cloudy, we will not be able to see the sun. That doesn't mean that okay, sun is not there, sun disappeared. No, sun is always there. The cloud is covering the sun. The similar manner, Krishna is always there. For the impersonalist, uh, the Yogamaya puts the curtain as like the uh, clouds are like a not getting us to see the sun. The similar manner, Yogamaya is there as a curtain to not to see the sun as a Krishna, like for the impersonalist. Are you able to understand? That is very important aspect. Krishna is always there as the sun is always there. How the clouds are covering sun, the similar manner, the Yogamaya potency is covering for the impersonalist, like to see Krishna. That's all. Yeah. Because Krishna is there in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but only the devotees are able to see Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, Pandavas, Bhishma Dev, all those great personality only like able to see Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. At the same time, Duryodhana and other Kauravas, Shishupala, like Karna, every one of us seeing Krishna as an enemy because their knowledge been covered by the Yogamaya potency. Yeah, Krishna is covered for them like by the Yogamaya potency. But to others like a Pandavas and Bhishma Dev, he is been revealed his supreme personality of the form. Because Duryodhana and all these personalities, Shishupal, etc., they were having the demoniac mentality to not to understand Krishna. Like they think, okay, I am the greater than Krishna. Ravana also says, okay, correct? I am greater than Krishna. My false ego, my ego is not letting me surrender to Ram. Even Ram says, okay, if you come, okay, leave today and come tomorrow, I will excuse you. I will forgive you. But Ravana says, no, no, you kill me because my ego is not letting me surrender to you. I know you are great, but it is not letting me to surrender. So let me die with that ego. So that is the importance of like understanding Krishna in full. Only devotee and friends of Krishna will be able to understand. The impersonalist and the demigod worshippers like I will never be able to understand Krishna in full. Okay, Hare Krishna. I think we will try to stop here. Any questions? Any realization? Please feel free to mention it here.
Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, just one question, just one thought while you were speaking.
Yeah, please.
See, if Krishna always covers the impersonalist, like you said, the example of cloud and sun, right? So those impersonalists will never be able to realize Krishna, and they will never be able to convert into Krishna's faith. How do you
No,
think
Prabhu.
about that?
Yeah, very good question, Prabhu. Like he is getting covered, but he gives enough chances, okay, for them to understand Krishna. But many a times, like they keep on ignoring. Yeah. So Krishna is getting covered for the impersonalist on that at that particular time. Krishna is covering himself like from the to the impersonalist, but he is giving the chances for them to understand Krishna when their ego is crushed, when their knowledge is like a slowly gradually increasing. At the time one or the other day they will be able to understand Krishna gives so many options, so many chances for them to understand Krishna. At that particular time when they are impersonalists, at that time Krishna being covered by the internal potency, like by the Yogamaya to the impersonalist. But that doesn't mean that okay, Krishna doesn't give the water and the food and air to the impersonalist or like atheist. He gives everyone the same way. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Krishna doesn't discriminate everyone, but one who surrenders to Krishna, he gives them the next path. One who doesn't surrender to Krishna, he gives them the opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. One or the other day in our past life, we might be like, okay, we may be a impersonalist, we may be a atheist, we may be a demigod worshipper, but now we know Krishna's opulence, we are able to surrender to Krishna. So slowly and gradually, we got so many opportunity, and we are into this particular state with the mercy of the Lord. Krishna doesn't reject anyone. Krishna doesn't discriminate anyone. Like he is saying, Samoham Sarvabhuteshu. It is as good as like, okay, the teacher teaches the subject to all the students in the same manner. But some don't have interest. Some has very interest. That guy comes and asks the teacher, can you elaborate this subject to me? Then teacher takes next step like will teach more for that student. That doesn't mean that okay, teacher shows the discrimination to the student who understood, the student who doesn't take like interest in understanding. Teacher is same, like Krishna is same to all, but one who develop the devotional service, one who perform the devotional service, Krishna goes like a next step for them. One who doesn't do it, like Krishna gives various opportunity for them to understand Krishna. Okay, Prabhu. Did I
Yes,
answer
Prabhu.
your question,
Thank
Prabhu?
you. Yeah, Prabhu, in a way, yes, you have. Yes.
Yeah. So that is how like we need to understand, because Krishna doesn't discriminate anyone. Even a smallest task anyone performs like a Krishna doesn't forget. Okay, he remembers all the time. If an impersonalist like sees Krishna with a very genuine heart, okay, even though they are understanding initially like okay, they may think Krishna is an impersonalist, and Krishna doesn't have any form. It may be limited, but Krishna can remove the clouds of illusion. Krishna can remove that the limited knowledge through his mercy, because Krishna, no one can say that okay, I am so ignorant and I am so fallen that I cannot be lifted by Krishna. Krishna's mercy is beyond anything and everything. When he was able to lift the, what to say, the Ajamila, who was having like so much attachment to the prostitute, by just unintentionally, he was not even calling Lord's name. He just called his son Narayana at the time of like okay, leaving the body, and Krishna sent the Vishnu Dudas. So no one can say that okay, I am so fallen that I can't be lifted by Krishna. Krishna's mercy is beyond our there is a very nice thing is that like beyond our qualification and a disqualification. If I say okay, I am qualified to receive Krishna's mercy, no, you can be anytime disqualified to not to receive the Krishna's mercy. If I say okay, I am very disqualified to receive Krishna's mercy, Krishna's mercy, that also wrong. Krishna's mercy can immediately lift us. Okay, our Krishna's mercy is beyond our qualification and disqualification. This has been said by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Very nice thing. Like okay, so never ever say that okay, I am qualified or I am disqualified. We always be in a humble state of mind to understand Krishna, to receive Krishna's mercy, to seek Krishna's mercy. Our qualifications and our disqualifications are nothing in front of Krishna's mercy. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other queries or any other realizations? If no further queries, let us end the session today now. And thanks all for joining. Have a wonderful weekend and week
Thank you,
ahead.
Vasan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Hare Krishna.
conducting the session and to keep us engaged in service.
Hare Krishna Maji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.